Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome back to Lozy PC, and welcome back to our piss-coloured Austria-Hungary. Yes, our beautiful, horrible-coloured Austria-Hungary. We are one of the more dominant nations in Europe. Good evening, Sasha. Hello. We are one of the more dominant nations in Europe, having Serbia, a weird bit of Bulgaria. Don't ask. We'll sort that out eventually, and Moldavia and Wallachia kind of under our control. We are a lovely, lovely yellow color. We are slowly expanding our economy as well as expanding various other things, and we've been doing pretty well as well in keeping radicals down. Most of our radicals come from Bosnia and this weird bit of Bulgaria that we accidentally took. And that's because they are upset that they were conquered. But it's fine. And we're increasing the standing of living around the world, around our nation as well. We quickly go into politics. We have a very good government under the command of Ferdinand von Habsburg, who is our, 61-year-old blah, 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 Kaiser. We have Franz Joseph von Habsburg, who is due to join us, due to take us over once his father dies. He's not really going to change much. The clout of the landowners has been dropping, slowly but surely. But yes, our laws are very much kind of us in the kind of ascendancy and keeping power very close to, the whatchamacalls it. What's the word I'm looking for? Keeping it very close to the top of the landowners and those at the very top. We do have per capita taxation, which is not too bad. And we are with interventionism. Laissez-faire wouldn't be too bad. Now, something that we were doing is because of our political laws with the local police force, it does give the landowners more political strength. So we've just reduced that down a little bit. Okay, so our law enforcement has dropped down a level. It gives us a bit more bureaucracy that we can use elsewhere, but it does mean that they're slightly less significant. But we still have, pardon me, some quite, powerful landowners. And they're kind of happy at the moment, which is fine. So we're getting pretty good stuff from them. So let's have a look. What do we kind of want to get going? So this is Austria itself. What have we got in here? We've got tooling workshops, munitions plants. We're trying to build some motor industries. Let's get the manufacturing industry up, encouraged in Austria. And let's also do that in Bohemia as well. So that uses some of our authority. It was our bureaucracy that we had a lot more of. I got that the wrong way around, but it's fine. We are also kind of starting to exploit the lead mines, etc., in Bosnia as well. And we also need to pin back the German Federation. We do currently have a truce with them until 1859, so we've got 4 more years. We have a few more truces in other areas. We also do have quite a significant market. So if we go into our market, you can see that basically like the entirety of Southern Europe is in our control. It'd be kind of nice to even like get the Greeks into our market as well, just to even more secure Southern Europe. But as it is, it's pretty good so far. Italy is just one of our friends, which is kind of hilarious, but I'm not going to complain. And we are trying our best to keep close to Russia as well. Now, something we are going to be doing is, it has been a while since we've had a game, but we are building up our navy as well, which is kind of significant. Taxes are going super well, which is great. I don't really want to tax anything else at the moment because, our money isn't too terrible. And as we kind of build more stuff, it should all get better. Standard of living has dropped a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now then, we do still have a big issue in terms of tax collection. Central Hungary, Transdanubia, Lombardy, Bohemia is our big areas that are struggling. Now, let's just kind of go to our laws. We don't have traditionalism, so that's not going to cause us any issues in regards to that. I don't want anyone doing dinghy affairs. Now, something that would help, I suppose, is getting appointed bureaucrats. But nobody really wants that. What else could we do to boost our taxation capacity that doesn't require us to, what you call it? We also, I kind of want to get a health system as well. I'm just wondering, what else could we use to boost our bureaucracy, taxation capacity? Maybe technology? We are going for aniline to get us... Not quite sure why. Synthetics plants. That's bold of me. Why am I doing that? See, this is the thing. Sometimes you go away for a while, you don't do a stream, you come back, you're like, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? If archives. Identification documents that would take 5 years. I don't know if I need rubber mastication just yet. Nationalism? Perhaps. Or egalitarianism. They're both spreading. We'll go for identity documents. And then that way, that should allow us to let nationalism and egalitarianism spread. Logistics is spreading as well, which is pretty good. Repeaters are also spreading, so most of those are all okay anyway, so that's fine. As I say, our big thing is we want Silesia from the Germans. Now then, let us go to population. So, our lower strata, they are spending the most money on grain. Our middle strata is spending the most money on clothes. And our upper strata is spending the most money on, services, which really I'm not too worried about, considering, they don't seem to be struggling too much. Clothes is very high. Liquor is also increased in price. What about grain? Grain has as well. So, let us have a look. Our money is going all over the place. Probably because we're doing more construction and we are paying for more boats. We're building our naval bases, so that's probably why. Now, do we actually have any? Yeah, we should do. Austro-Hungarian market. A huge buy order with selling a shit ton to the Russians. Or rather, the Russians are taking a load from us. Now, the problem is with that is that because we have a trade route with the Russians, this isn't necessarily going to be much more, or going to be particularly good for us. Although, according to this, we do have an excess. Oh no, that's Dalmatian balance. Never mind. We are making slightly less than we require. So that's probably why our money's gone up. Wear face. Face is off because of all the menus, Cukes. So I end up covering half of the menus, so I don't want to do that. Now, just out of curiosity, we're number 4 great power in the world. Britain is number 1, France is number 2. What is the size of the French army at the moment? 231 battalions with 263 available to be conscripted. NGF, 242. Russia, 301. And us, 341. Good. So, we are the largest army in Europe, which is handy. What about the Brits, just out of curiosity? 222, but then they've got 150 ships. French technically have a bigger navy. Bold. Bold, bold, bold. Who's got a bigger naval projection? Ooh, the Brits do. Sorry, the French do. Oh my god. Britain is slacking. Fuck me, even the Russians have almost got the next highest thing. Hello, Kama, how are we doing? Oh my god, the Brits need to pop their ideas up. Well, us, what's our navy size? 12. Yes! We have 12 flotillas. We are clearly going big and bold. Now, we are building a lot more shipbuilders. We're building these in Croatia. Which is good. This trade is making not a lot of money. Let's have a look at our market. What we got? What we got for export? Fabric. We have a lot of fabric, but is anybody profitable? No. What about sulfur? The free American market. Oh yeah, because that's a weird thing. Coal. We can get some from the weird free American market. What about clothes? Let's get some from the French and get some from the Russian. I said that the other way around. Reduce the price of clothes while we kind of wait. Iron is weirdly high, but let's also import... Oh, that was grain. I thought that was iron I clicked on. Let's get those imported as well. Grain and iron. Iron to make our industries run a bit quicker, and obviously grain to try and make people feel a bit better and happier in the fact that we are, reducing the cost of their goods. We will look to implement better production on grain. We are currently using soil enriching farming, but for most of our wheat farms, we are not using harvesting tools. Mostly because that's going to end up with us losing population or losing people in jobs. And one of the things that we don't necessarily have a problem with at the moment is unemployment. I'm sure that will change as we kind of go forward, but at the moment, unemployment is not an issue. So let's build Transdanubia up, as well as... Does Central Hungary have a problem? It has a little bit, but probably will in the future. It does have a little bit in regards to unemployment, but we can solve that. No problem soon. Bohemia does have quite a few unemployed, which isn't good. It isn't. No, we aren't in the place to get a load of navy, but we will try our best. How's the innovation cap? We are kind of at the top of our innovation cap. Okay, so let us... Arms industry is good. It's fine. Food industries. Let's increase this a little bit. And let's start canning our food in Bohemia as well. Paper mill. Always build paper mills. We need more paper all the time. Now, we can import it from the Qing. A little bit from the Danish as well. So that was one of the reasons we wanted dye. I know that much, so that we could switch from, we could make sure that we had dye production pretty much everywhere. The reason we want the fleet is more for interests. Because oh my god, I need to get a new mouse. Because one of the things that we will benefit from by having more interests is access to more markets, basically. And then those markets will allow us to trade more. What's going on over here? Oh, Hindustan tried to break free, and it's being slapped by the Brits. Well, the East India Company, so to speak. And it's also at war with... Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it is just that one war. Okay. So, yeah, it's more for the interest so that we can kind of, get access to more markets and trade with things if we need to. That's the kind of aim at the moment. And obviously, yes, having a little bit of a navy does help, and we can use it if we need to. So, now that we've built... I don't know how many we actually built. Okay, so in Dalmatia, we've knocked that up to 15. Obviously, that's not quite at, 15 flotillas just yet. But it is up there. It does allow us training it somewhat. That should hopefully provide a decent amount of employment for people in Dalmatia. Milan is probably also a place that's having some issues with unemployment, which